So, it all starts with a fearless deep dive into your fridge. Today's mission: rescue the forgotten, the overlooked, and the slightly wrinkled broccoli. Looking like it's rethinking its life choices? Check. That one courgette you swore you'd use but didn't? Check. Bell peppers hanging on for dear life? Pineapple wondering why it's still here? And well, onions acting like they own the place? Check, check, and check. Pro tip: keep a use me first bin in your fridge for produce that's on its last legs. Makes the rescue mission way easier and less dramatic. Now it's time to chop everything up, so with the onions, brace yourself for tears. Nobody, and I mean nobody, escapes the onion drama. Pro tip: if you've got broccoli stems, please don't throw them out. Slice those bad boys thin, and they'll add a crunch to your salad. Trust me, you'll love this. Thank me later. Since we are keeping it raw, literally and metaphorically, since there's no cooking involved here, right? So, raw veggies bring crunch, freshness, and that, I want to say, unmistakable feeling of eating straight from nature's pantry. Fancy, right? But honestly, it's less work for us, and who's gonna complain about that? Especially with this being a weekend, and boy oh boy do I love those. So just toss the broccoli, courgette, bell peppers, pineapple, and onions into a bowl. Voila! You are already winning, my friends. By the way, if you're worried about the broccoli being too crunchy, try massaging it with a little tahini or lemon juice or lime juice, or in this case you could even use the tomato, and it will help soften them up and add flavor while keeping things raw. Tahini enters the chat like the main character from a Korean drama. Drizzle it generously over your veggie medley, don't hold back. It's creamy, nutty, and has this magical ability to tie everything together, no matter how random it seemed 5 minutes ago. Tahini is proof that sauce can save lives. A sprinkle of seeds will make it look like you planned this whole thing, even though we both know it's a fridge cleaning operation disguised as lunch. Hey guys, so we're gonna give this little zero waste salad a taste. Here goes. Okay, so yes, it's not exactly Master Chef, right? However, however, it's about making the most of what ingredients I had left behind, right? Because, listen, yeah, so I'm kind of tired right now, but had I waited till morning, it's a good chance a lot of these ingredients would have been off, finito, fatality, Mortal Kombat. So listen, I have to whip up something quickly, real quick, yeah, Sonic style. It had to be done, man. It is what it is. But it's not bad though. It's not bad, really. I mean, would I pay for it at a restaurant? Probably not. But in a pickle, and it's more than edible. It's actually, it's not bad. It's decent, right? It's decent. Sometimes all you sometimes all you need is just something quick, easy, and you know, you gotta be a little resourceful, you know what I mean? And listen, pineapple and cauliflower in the same bowl, listen, they don't belong, right? It's pretty weird mix. And if you're from Italy, yo, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me if you're from Italy. Don't judge me. I know this seems like blasphemy and sacrilege, but listen, it was gonna go off. It was gonna go off, okay? Okay? Alright. Okay. Yo, the weather's changing right now, but let me tell you, this is definitely an interesting mix. Like, it's a little crunch from the broccoli, and yo, can't forget the cauliflower, yo. Listen, I got you. Listen, I got you. I got you. Listen, yeah, we didn't forget you, yeah. Okay, okay, all right. So yeah, we got the broccoli and the cauliflower, a little bit of a crunch there, right? And there's a beautiful sweetness from the pineapple, right? I love me some pineapple. Absolutely love it. The plan, so the plan was, you know, with the veggies and all, I wanted something that would give it a little bit of sweetness, right? That's where the pineapple comes in, right? And there's a little bit of sharpness from the onion, right? Right? Yeah, so we got the sharpness. Whoa, whoa, yo, shoo. So I'm trying to film a video, man. Yo, all right. Let me finish this quickly before we get some unwanted visitors. Shall we say that? But yeah, but where was I? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was saying the onions gives it a little bit of sharpness, and then there's a little bit of tang from the tomatoes, right? Is it a flavor bomb? No. No, it's not, right? No, it's not. But you know what? It's satisfying, right? That's the beauty of it, right? A bunch of leftover ingredients which would otherwise gone off, and I've made it salvageable, right? So, you know, apples and oranges. But I think the real lifesaver here was the tahini, right? With the tahini cream all over the ingredients, I think it really pulled it together, because otherwise it could have been a little bit, could have gone pear-shaped, not gonna lie. Could have gone pear-shaped, but with the tahini, a good way to make these random ingredients and make it somewhat cohesive. It's not cohesive, somewhat cohesive, right? Like I said, it's still enjoyable. It's still enjoyable. Yeah. Oh yeah, since I was lacking on ingredients, right? One thing I did was I had a bunch of cherry tomatoes, right? I just squeezed it almost just to get some little juice on there, right? That was before I did the tahini. I did a bit of squirt in the well, did I just say squirt? And then the Pokemon was in my mind for some reason. I don't even play Pokemon, but I was thinking of Squirtle for some reason. Maybe I was thinking of Super Smash, right? Because I used to play that. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I had a tiny bit of watermelon juice. Well, I say juice, but I had like a tiny bit of watermelon left. Use that as some sort of dressing. I just really didn't want it to go to waste. You know what I mean? It reminds me of a while back, right? Back when I was at uni, right? So let's go back to first week of uni, right? So I'm living on campus, right? And as part of the accommodation, they give us breakfast, and dinner. So no lunch, right? Breakfast and dinner is free, right? Well, provided for. Well, we still paid for it, but paid for it in advance, obviously. So they provide breakfast and dinner, and then lunch is up to us, right? But they serve breakfast at the ungodly hour at 7:30 a.m. I'm like, listen, who is awake at that time having breakfast? It certainly was not me, okay? So naturally, I overslept, okay? Listen, yeah, I was still trying to get used to this whole, adulting thing because, let's face it, I was used to when I wake up, my food's already there, on the table, laid out, prepared, washed, ready, everything to go. All I had to do was just wash my hands, right? But I had to be disciplined. I had to wake up knowing if I don't get my ass, if I don't get my lazy ass on time, there's gonna be no food. No food. Okay? No food. So yeah, some great times. And when I finally dragged myself out of bed, yeah, finally, right, we got there in the end, right? So I finally dragged myself out of bed, and guess what? Yeah, you guessed right. Too late. Breakfast is gone. I didn't make it on time. Yeah, didn't make it on time. So now I'm thinking, okay, so now I need to buy breakfast and lunch, right? Because dinner is going to be prepared for me, right? So I'm thinking, okay, breakfast and lunch. And I thought, okay, you know what? let's do something quickly, right? So I head to my cupboard, right, and there's a handful of walnuts, just enough to make a squirrel laugh. We had half an avocado, which looks sad and lonely, let me say. What else do we have? Yeah, I was thinking, okay, am I really gonna buy breakfast and lunch? I mean, listen, I'm a student, right? That's only my first week, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need that money eventually, right? So it's better to save when I can, right? Then I remembered I had a kitchen. Okay, so I headed back to my place, right? Hoping I could find a miracle to make up something, and well, I definitely found something. Something. And we had a lemon, which, to be honest, had seen better days, right? If lemons could talk, it would have said something like, please let me out of my misery. Gosh, please, 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 my guy. So yeah, wasn't the best, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. So, not exactly a feast, right? Not exactly a feast, but you know what? I was determined, right? I was determined to make something, right? So, here's what I did, right? So, let me remember. Come to me. Oh, yeah. So, the walnuts, right? We used that to make some milk, right? Got some water, use the walnuts, blend, boom, walnut milk. The lemon, I tried to squeeze it out for some juice. Nothing came out, so it was hanging on to dear life. So you know what I did? So yeah, the lemon, it wasn't playing no longer, right? So you know what I did? You know what I did? Are you ready for it? Okay. So I ripped off some of the skin, then I sprinkled it on my avocado, right? My half sad, lonely looking avocado. And I thought, you know what? Let's give it some company, right? So a little dressing with the lemon skin, and I'll be honest, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but you know what? It was satisfying, right? I use that word again, satisfying, right? And it was enough to pull me through until lunchtime, where I could use my allocated money to buy snacks. So, you know what? It worked out in the end to really. That whole experience taught me a lot about making do with what you have, whether the need to be resourceful, really just making do with what you have. And to be honest, at times it felt like I was on an episode of Hell's Kitchen, but listen, we pulled through, okay? We pulled through, and I must admit, there's something oddly satisfying about making a meal of something of just scrambled ingredients from your cupboard and just making it a whole ass meal. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, because listen, it was a shock at first when I saw the ingredients. I was like, yo, how are we gonna do this? But you know, it happened in the end. It happened in the end. I just realized, yo, I've been holding this fork for a long time, right? I should probably put it in my mouth, but actually, let me go one further, actually, right? Before I eat this, right? Because it's been on my fork for a long time now, okay? Don't judge, okay? But yeah, let me go one step further, okay? So it's not just about making do with the ingredients that you have, right? Because as we saw with this, we'll call it episode, right? Because it feel like I was in Hell's Kitchen, right? But yeah, it's not just about making do with the ingredients that you have, because let's face it, when I had a lemon that wouldn't even juice, we still made lemon zest, okay? So it's just about having that little creativity and that open-mindedness to be like, okay, let's try something, right? We don't have to go out and buy something, right? When there's good enough ingredients in our very own household, okay? It's not always buy. It's not always buy. Okay? Okay. And finally, we're gonna eat it. Mmm. Mmm. And you know what? Maybe I could have firmed it until lunchtime, right? So no breakfast, right? Maybe I could have waited till lunchtime and maybe, I don't know, maybe ordered some pizza like most people would have, right? I was a student after all, but you know what? I'm glad I didn't. I'm really glad I didn't, because you know what? I realized that you can find joy in unexpected places. You can find joy in unexpected places, even in a kitchen with a handful of walnuts and a sad little avocado. Okay. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. Let me know how you found the video. Is it helpful at all? Do you have any leftover ingredients in your fridge right now? If so, what are they, right? Let me know. Comment down below whatever leftover ingredients you have, okay? And what's one of your go-to ways to make use of leftover ingredients, right? Maybe it's a smoothie. Do you put it on like a pizza? Do you make a burger with it? There's so many things you can do, right? So on this occasion, we made a salad, right? We got random ingredients that were close to expiring. Random mix, very random mix. And you know what? Just a little bit of tahini to add some degree of, I don't know, but it worked out in the end. It worked out in the end. Alright. See ya. I am tired. I'm tired. Hope you've had a good time. See you later. Bye.